Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have got a lineup of jokes for you that are guaranteed to crack you up. Let's straight dive into the fun. Jalban.
Old Farmer Jones lived on a quiet country road where life was peaceful and traffic was light. Then everything changed. A brand new high school was built directly across the road. Almost overnight, the traffic exploded. Unfortunately, Farmer Jones had a flock of free-range chickens that loved wandering near the road. Before long, 3 to 6 chickens a week were being hit by speeding cars. Frustrated, he called the local police. "Please do something about these drivers before I lose my entire flock." The police agreed to help. A few days later, they installed a large sign that read, "School crossing." It didn't help. If anything, the drivers seemed to go even faster. So the police tried another sign. "Slow, children at play." Still no luck. The speeding continued. Finally, Farmer Jones called the police again. "Would you mind if I made my own sign?" By this point, the officers were willing to try anything. "Go ahead," they said. A week later, one of the officers drove by to see whether Farmer Jones's sign had made any difference. Cars were crawling along at a snail's pace. Drivers were staring intently at the roadside. The officer pulled over and read the sign. Then he nearly fell over laughing. It said, "Nudist COLONY, slow down, and watch out for the chicks." The courtroom was completely silent as a woman stood before the judge for sentencing. She had been convicted of poisoning her husband of 20 years by slipping poison into his morning coffee. Throughout the entire trial, she had remained remarkably calm. No tears. No outbursts. No visible remorse. Her defense attorney knew that wasn't helping her case. As a last attempt to gain a little sympathy from the court, he decided to ask a question that might show she had at least some regret. He turned to her and spoke gently. "Mrs. Roth, during that morning, did you feel even the slightest bit of sympathy for your husband?" The woman thought for a moment. Then she nodded. "Well, yes, I suppose I did." The attorney smiled, encouraged. "And when exactly was that?" She let out a small sigh and said, "Right around the time he asked for his third cup." It was a normal day at the local sperm bank when, all of a sudden, a man bursts in with a mask and a handgun and yells, "Everyone! On the ground!" Once every person in the facility is lying down, he walks over to the refrigerator area for very recent donations, then turns around, facing the main area again. He points his gun at one of the nurses and shouts, "You! Come over here, and open this door." She walks over, trembling profusely, and keys in the number on the door. The gunman says, "All right, grab a tray of the most recent donations and bring them to the nearest desk." After the panicking nurse does so, he makes one further demand. "Drink up!" Excuse me? These are today's donations, right?" "Well, open up one of the tubes and drink it." Still shaking, she takes off the lid of the tube and pours it down her throat. Again. She slowly opens another one and repeats the action, shivering. A third time. "Don't hesitate." The nurse hurriedly does it again. The gunman takes off his mask and says, "See, honey? It's not that hard now, is it?"